everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be making a really delicious pineapple rum cake. Perfect treat for the warm weather. Let's get started. Alright, we are going to be making a homemade coconut whipped cream. First thing you're going to want to do is grab a can of coconut cream, not coconut milk, and we're going to put it in the refrigerator. You're going to need to do this for at least 24 hours so it can get really creamy. After you've had your coconut cream in the refrigerator for 24 hours and you're ready to make your cake, you're going to want to grab a medium to large mixing bowl and place it in your freezer. After you place your bowl in the freezer, grab 3 eggs and set them out on the counter because we need them to be room temperature for this recipe. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees and you're going to grab coconut chips. These are going to top the cake. We're going to use a cup of coconut chips, place them in a small mixing bowl, a sprinkle of sea salt, and then we're going to grab some coconut oil to toss the coconut chips in. I'm going to use about a tablespoon to mix with my coconut chips. If your coconut oil is a little too firm, you can melt it in the microwave for 30 seconds. Grab your baking sheet and line with parchment paper. I'm using If You Care parchment baking paper. Highly recommend this. These coconut chips are going to add a really delicious sweet and salty topping for our cake. Now we're going to toast this in the oven for about 10 minutes until golden brown. Yummy! In a medium mixing bowl, we're going to start with our dry ingredients. 2 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 2 1/4 teaspoons of baking powder. It's important to get aluminum-free baking powder because aluminum can be toxic when ingested into the body. And last, for our dry ingredients, we're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Set that aside and grab a second medium mixing bowl. We're going to take our 3 room temperature eggs, crack them into the bowl. We're going to add 1.5 cups of brown sugar, one of my favorite. For our recipe, instead of using butter, we are actually going to use yogurt. This is going to make the cake even more moist and delicious. I'm using a organic whole milk Greek yogurt, so it's going to be on the fattier side, which is what you want. You don't want it to be a low-fat yogurt because then it will be a little too watery. You can substitute a non-dairy yogurt if you like, or just plain whole milk yogurt. Just make sure it's not low-fat or non-fat yogurt. I'm adding 3/4 of a cup of our yogurt. Add your yogurt to your brown sugar and egg mixture. Give that a mix. We're going to add 1/2 cup of pineapple juice. So what I'm doing for my pineapple juice is I'm just straining my pineapple chunks that we're going to be using for the top of the cake. And I'm using the juice because it is kept in pineapple juice for the cake. You could also just use pineapple juice if you have it ready in your refrigerator. We're adding our 1/2 cup pineapple juice. And then we are going to add a 1/4 cup of rum. Now I'm using white rum because that's what I have on hand. You can also use a golden rum as well. Or if you even have pineapple rum, you could use that as well for some more pineapple flavor. And lastly, a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now it's time to combine our wet and our dry ingredients. So we're gonna do this in increments. I'm gonna do a little bit here, mix, and then pour a little bit more. Once you have your mixture all mixed up, you're gonna grab either 2 8-inch round cake pans or a 9x13 baking dish. I'm gonna be doing a 9x13 baking dish today, so it's gonna be more like a sheet cake, but you can do whatever you prefer. Go ahead and grease whichever pan you're going to use and make sure you grease it well so it doesn't stick, and pour your batter into the pan. If you're using 2 8-inch cake pans, make sure you fill them halfway. Once you have your batter poured into your pan, go ahead and put it in your oven for 40 to 45 minutes until your toothpick comes out clean. Can't wait! While our cake is baking in the oven, we're going to do our caramelized pineapple. So you're gonna grab a medium saucepan, turn it on medium hot. We're gonna grab about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. Spread it around your pan. Once it's mostly melted, we are going to take 4 cups of pineapple chunks. I used canned pineapple and just drained the pineapple juice out, which you already saw. We used some for the cake, and then the rest you can save to enjoy later. Mix that with the coconut oil, and then we're gonna add half a cup of brown sugar. And last, we're going to add about half a shot of our Bacardi rum. Cheers! After about 5 to 6 minutes, you'll notice your sauce is going to start bubbling and it's going to start getting a lot thicker. This means your pineapples are ready to go. Just give it one last good mix and then go ahead and turn off your pan and let that cool. Taken my coconut cream out of the refrigerator, which again should have been in the refrigerator for about 24 hours, and here's why. As you can see in the can, you got a really nice, creamy, thick consistency. If we wouldn't have done this, it would have been really watery and we wouldn't have been able to make our whipped cream. So grab your can and a spoon and start scooping out the cream into either a stand mixer, or if you have a hand mixer, you can use that as well. We also grabbed our mixing bowl that was in the freezer. This will help ensure that our icing stays cold, which really helps with the consistency. In the bottom of your can, you will see water once you've scooped out all of your creamy coconut cream. Don't throw this away. Put it in a container, save it in your fridge. You can throw it into your smoothies or just drink it on its own. It's really nutritious and delicious. Now, instead of vanilla, I'm gonna do a splash of our rum, just keeping with the theme. And for our sweetener, I'm going to use brown sugar. You can use agave, honey, or even maple syrup if you have that. But today I'm just using brown sugar. And I'm using about a 1/4 cup. Another note, make sure when you're buying your coconut cream, it is the unsweetened kind. Grab your whisk attachment, and we're gonna whisk this for about 1 to 2 minutes on medium. We've got a nice creamy consistency. This is gonna make a delicious topping for our cake. If you feel you would like a little extra, you can always use 2 cans of coconut cream. Now that our cream is ready, I'm gonna cover it and keep it in the refrigerator until we're ready to top it on our cake. It's time! Can't wait. Once your cake has cooled, we're gonna get started with the toppings. Grab your frosting out of the refrigerator, and we're going to first start with that. You can do little dollops of it. You can get a piping bag and do really pretty designs, whatever you want or have time for. Now we're gonna grab our pineapples that we infused with brown sugar, coconut oil, and rum before, and we're gonna sprinkle those on the top. Use as little or as much as you'd like. If you did 2 round cake pans, you're going to do your first layer, add your frosting, add your pineapple, and then add your second cake on top and repeat. Now that we have our pineapple and our coconut frosting on our cake, I'm going to add our final touch with our roasted coconut chips. And now it's time for Mike to do his taste test. Are you ready?
Me?
Yes, you.
This is the best thing in the world. Amazing.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this pineapple rum cake. It is so delicious. you want more recipes, be sure to visit our blog, linked in the description below. And if you like our videos, also be sure to subscribe to our channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a good day.